Alessandra Ambrosio once ruled the Victoria's Secret runway, dazzling millions with her angelic wings and captivating smile. But her journey to fame came with hidden sacrifices, and the price of success would eventually take everything she built. What challenges did she endure? Stay tuned to discover the truth. Love in the midst of struggles. Alessandra Ambrosio's experience with love has been anything but straightforward. Despite facing both happiness and heartache, she exudes grace while holding onto her heart. While she is known for her success in modeling, her personal love story is complex, intimate, and authentic when the spotlight is off. Recently, Ambrosio caused a stir among her followers by announcing her romantic involvement with Buck Palmer, an Australian jewelry maker. The news first surfaced when Palmer uploaded images of them in close proximity, with Ambrosio affectionately resting her head on his shoulder. Subsequently, Ambrosio also began sharing snapshots of their deepening connection. What started discreetly quickly became public knowledge, as photos of the couple embracing, enjoying each other's company, and creating special memories together were shared with the public. Their relationship was relatively new, yet it exuded a sense of coziness. While vacationing in Brazil, Ambrosio shared pictures of her and Palmer basking in the sun, kissing on the shore, and admiring the beauty of her country. Through her use of emojis representing the colors of Brazil, she connected their love to the vibrant hues of the Brazilian flag, a simple but significant gesture conveying deep emotions. Palmer had a full life before meeting Ambrosio, having been previously married to Ashley Hart, sister of model Jessica Hart. Their marriage ended years ago. Now, as a designer of men's jewelry and accessories, he brings his creativity to both his professional and personal life. With Ambrosio by his side, he appeared willing to not only share his skills, but also his emotions. Ambrosio saw entering this new relationship as a fresh start after a journey filled with love and heartbreak. Previously, she had been engaged to Jamie Mazur, an American entrepreneur known for founding RE/DONE Jeans. Their relationship endured for 10 years, during which they started a family together, followed by their son, Noah, in 2012. While they portrayed a united front for years, Ambrosio revealed their split in March 2018. Despite the heartache, she prioritized providing her children with a nurturing and stable environment. Over the following year, she ventured into new romantic connections. During the period spanning 2018 to 2020, she was in a relationship with Niccolo Adi, and subsequently, from 2021 to 2023, she was romantically involved with model Richard Lee. While both relationships had their share of happiness, they eventually reached their conclusion, prompting her to once again seek out enduring love. Her children have always been the primary focus of her life. She frequently expresses a strong fondness for Anya and Noah. During interviews, she has mentioned how she greatly values Anya's creativity and inquisitiveness. Anya excels in singing, acting, and walking the runway, which Ambrosio says she will back her in any path she chooses. She considers her children as her main motivation and the driving force behind her resilience in facing life's challenges. Palmer has brought a fresh perspective into her life. She commemorated his birthday by posting a heartfelt tribute consisting of images and videos of their adventures, laughter, and moments of bliss together. As the new year commenced, she uploaded a picture of them hugging while the sun was rising at Praia Brava in Brazil. In the accompanying caption, she narrated how they had slipped away from the crowd to savor a private moment, observing in awe the beauty of nature. The moment captured was gentle, personal, and genuine. Even though their connection is recent, it brings a feeling of tranquility. Ambrosio, who has endured the difficulties of distance and the complexities of juggling being a mother and being famous, sees this love as a chance to relax and find happiness in the little things. Palmer, on the other hand, views it as a chance to bond with someone who comprehends the challenges of living in the public eye, but prioritizes genuineness and intimacy above everything else. The Angel's Farewell. Alessandra Ambrosio's time at Victoria's Secret is considered a remarkable part of fashion history, filled with elegance, strength, and timeless beauty. She first caught the brand's attention in 2005 with a daring and unique fashion show appearance, wearing candy lingerie that captivated audiences and showcased her bold and playful personality. This beginning marked the start of a long and successful partnership between Ambrosio and Victoria's Secret, highlighting her individuality and innovative spirit. In 2006, she was selected as the inaugural representative for Victoria's Secret's Pink line. This position distinguished her as the embodiment of dynamic spirit, enjoyment, and allure. She stood out as more than just a model. She embodied the essence of the brand's vitality and thrill. Her professional success skyrocketed, and she continued to be a standout feature of the event each year. In 2008, she once more captured the attention of the world by showcasing her strength and confidence on the runway just 3 months after giving birth to her first child. The next year, in 2009, she had the prestigious opportunity to open the show, something that many models aspire to but few achieve. Her appearance on the runway had already become legendary by that time. In 2011, Alessandra had a standout moment that won't be easily forgotten. She wore the heaviest wings ever made for the Victoria's Secret fashion show, weighing a whopping 30 pounds. What made this moment truly memorable was the fact that she was expecting her second child at the time. As she walked confidently under the bright lights, she didn't just display beauty, but also bravery, strength, and determination. Her career reached a new peak in 2012 when she was selected to wear the iconic Fantasy Bra. This bra was no ordinary undergarment. Dubbed the Floral Fantasy Bra, it was an exquisite creation by London jewelers. Decorated with more than 5,200 precious gems such as amethysts, rubies, sapphires, and diamonds set in rose and yellow gold, the bra's value was in the millions. It shimmered in the light, and Alessandra's presence added to its allure. In 2014, 2 years later, she was chosen to wear the Dream Fantasy Bra once more alongside Adriana Lima in a noteworthy moment for Victoria's Secret. The cost of each bra was $2.5 million, making it a memorable event for the brand. Wearing the Fantasy Bra is a rare honor reserved for only a select few models, and Alessandra had the privilege of wearing it twice, showing the brand's admiration for her. In 2017, Alessandra had participated in 17 Victoria's Secret fashion shows, matching Adriana Lima's record for the most shows walked by a model. A journey of grace. Since she was a young child, Alessandra Ambrosio always fantasized about making a splash in the fashion industry. At 12 years old, she started taking modeling lessons, unaware of the profound impact they would have on her future. Before she turned 16, she was already making a name for herself in the world of modeling with the guidance of Dilson Stein, a prominent figure in Brazil known for nurturing emerging talents. She rose to fame when she participated in the Elite Model Look competition in Brazil. That competition marked the starting point of her successful modeling career. She effortlessly displayed her charisma, grace, and innate beauty, which later catapulted her to international stardom. Shortly after, she secured her first significant gig by gracing the cover of LA Magazine in Brazil. That cover not only captured her image, but also opened doors to a journey that would see her travel worldwide. Her career was guided by Elite, the agency responsible for sharing some of her photos with guests, which led to an amazing opportunity.
I came to New York first time. I was 17. It was January, so it was really cold. And in Brazil, January is summertime. So for me, the first impression...
This opportunity allowed her to participate in the Millennium Guest campaign, expanding her reach to a larger audience and solidifying her status as a promising figure in the fashion world. After that moment, Alessandra's professional journey thrived like a blooming flower in the spring. She became a sought-after image for international brands. Projects with renowned labels like Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Calvin Klein, Christian Dior, Oscar de la Renta, Giorgio Armani, Fendi, Moschino, Hugo Boss, Ralph Lauren, Revlon, Gap, Saks Fifth Avenue, Macy's, and others soon came her way. Each collaboration conveyed a distinct narrative, yet Alessandra infused her distinctive charm and sophistication into every campaign. She went beyond just taking photos at photo shoots. She strutted on the most renowned runways around the globe, showcasing designs for top fashion houses like Prada, Chanel, Givenchy, Louis Vuitton, Balmain, Vivienne Westwood, Marc Jacobs, Tommy Hilfiger, and many more. With each stride, she embodied not only the garments, but also the self-assurance and charisma that left a lasting impression. Her Her presence became common on magazine covers worldwide. She was featured on various publications such as Cosmopolitan, Elle, GQ, Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire, Vogue, and Ocean Drive. Standing out in 2006, she made history by being the sole model on the cover of Glamour in the US. It was a significant milestone that established her as a figure influencing the fashion industry, not just a participant. In 2004, Alessandra displayed her diverse skills by introducing her own swimwear brand called Alessandra Ambrosio by Sais. This decision was unexpected considering her age, but it yielded remarkable outcomes. Within a mere month, 10,000 pieces were purchased, demonstrating that her creativity matched her success in the fashion industry. Subsequently, she was chosen as the brand ambassador for the UK company Next, featuring in their inaugural TV commercial after a 12-year hiatus. She also revealed intimate details from her personal life to her followers. Back in 2006, while being a guest on the Tyra Banks show, she discussed candidly about the ear surgery she endured in her childhood. The challenging ordeal led her to pledge to never have cosmetic procedures again. This instance offered a unique perspective on her fragility, highlighting that beneath the dazzling facade was a woman characterized by resilience and authenticity. Her professional journey extended beyond fashion to encompass elements of culture and entertainment. In 2009, she graced the cover of Marie Claire alongside Sacha Baron Cohen as part of a feature on his movie, Bruno. Shortly thereafter, she landed a major opportunity as the spokesperson for the Brazilian brand Colchi, appearing in a denim advertisement alongside blockbuster star Ashton Kutcher. Her achievements were quickly acknowledged. From 2010 to 2011, she was included in Forbes' ranking of the top-earning models globally, placing 5th with a total of $5 million. Her popularity surged after she started blogging for Vogue in 2011, showcasing her daily outfit choices for a whole month. She became a symbol of national pride for Brazil in 2012, when she showcased Brazilian fashion at the Summer Olympics closing ceremony. This moment not only elevated her status in the fashion industry, but also solidified her place in Brazil's cultural heritage. Her imaginative ideas kept expanding. Back in 2014, she introduced a new fashion and lifestyle label named Alla by Alessandra in partnership with American store Cherokee. The range featured a variety of clothing options from everyday wear to fancy outfits, targeted towards young women ages 18 to 35. Initially showcased by retail store Planet Blue in Southern California, she teamed up with Cherokee through her business Silver Sunrise LLC to launch the brand internationally. Despite the growth of her business, she continued to make appearances in some of fashion's most prestigious events. In 2016, she was featured in GQ magazine with soccer player Cristiano Ronaldo, showcasing her talent for combining fashion and mainstream culture. That year, NBC selected her as a food and culture correspondent for the Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, where she worked alongside fellow Brazilian model Adriana Lima. This was another significant achievement for her, allowing her to represent her heritage on a global stage. But behind this success lay fear, now that held her back all along. How did she handle it? Behind the beauty Before Alessandra Ambrosio rose to fame in the fashion industry, she was a young girl who harbored secret anxieties that went unnoticed by many. Despite the self-assured presence she displays on catwalks and in magazines today, there was a time when she grappled with insecurities about her appearance. When Alessandra was a young girl, she felt extremely self-conscious about her ears, believing they were too big. This idea consumed her thoughts so much that, at the age of 11, she decided to undergo a cosmetic procedure to have them pinned back. Unfortunately, the outcome of the surgery was not as she had anticipated. Issues arose 2 years later, and instead of improving her confidence, the surgery created more difficulties for her. This became a significant challenge for a child of her age, leaving not only physical scars, but also deep emotional wounds. When she was 12, she bravely decided to enroll in a modeling course. To observers, it appeared as though she was entering a realm centered on attractiveness and self-assurance. However, internally, she continued to grapple with her previous anxieties. These doubts did not disappear once she entered a space illuminated by cameras and spotlights. They trailed behind her, murmuring uncertainties, highlighting the flaws she believed she possessed. People frequently idealize models and believe that their lives are without imperfections. The assumption is that individuals who are compensated to showcase stunning attire in the limelight must exude perfection. However, Alessandra's narrative reveals an alternate reality. She grappled with self-image issues and questioned her worth just like anyone else. What set her apart was not the lack of doubt, but rather her choice to push through the challenges and continue progressing. Alessandra made a decision to prioritize the things that were important to her. She realized that striving for perfection was not the ultimate objective. In her opinion, true beauty was not about perfect appearances, but about one's behavior, attitude towards others, and approach to life with compassion. She hoped to instill in her daughter the belief that value did not come from looks alone. Alessandra thought that a compassionate heart, strong principles, and a good education were more significant than any physical attribute. Over time, she discovered ways to take care of herself that brought happiness to her soul. Embracing a healthy lifestyle was one of those methods. Surprisingly, when she began her journey with Victoria's Secret at the age of 21, she had no experience with exercise. However, as her life evolved and she became a mother, her daily habits shifted. Working out became a regular part of her schedule, not to achieve a specific body size or mimic others, but to maintain strength, stability, and vitality. She had a gentle and practical attitude towards staying fit. She didn't have any desire to rival anyone else's physique or appearance. She recognized that every woman's body is distinct, influenced by varying genetics and patterns. Certain women naturally possess more curves, while others have different body structures. Alessandra's aim was not to measure up to others, but to appreciate her own body and maximize its potential. Keeping active made her feel more self-assured, energetic, and content in her own skin. She brought the teachings from her Brazilian heritage with her as well. In Brazil, there is a strong appreciation for physical beauty, particularly curves. While some women are naturally endowed with fuller figures, others put an effort to attain them. However, what truly mattered was not the size or shape, but the self-assurance that came from accepting oneself. Alessandra believed that confidence was the key to making someone truly stand out. She faced many challenges, but she discovered a valuable lesson. Even though insecurities may linger, they don't have to rule your life. By prioritizing self-care, nurturing her intellect, and embodying compassion and self-control, she cultivated a deep-seated confidence that overshadowed any uncertainties. Alessandra's experience serves as a reminder that everyone, even those who appear flawless on the surface, have their own anxieties and imperfections. She emphasizes the importance of not concealing insecurities, but rather overcoming them and using them as opportunities for growth. In essence, she demonstrates that genuine beauty is not synonymous with flawlessness, but rather stems from self-assurance, compassion, and the bravery to embrace one's true self. The Backgrid lawsuit. A legal dispute commenced in February 2021, bringing fashion, photography, and law into focus. Backgrid, a popular photo agency, initiated a lawsuit against Outdoor Voices, an apparel brand, alleging copyright violation. The focal point of the lawsuit was a photo featuring model Alessandra Ambrosio and 2 images of singer Harry Styles. The dispute revolved around a seemingly trivial issue that holds significant importance in the artistic realm: the ownership of images. Once a photographer takes a photo, they are automatically granted legal rights to it. These rights enable them to dictate the photo's usage, including sale, licensing, or sharing. At times, photographers transfer these rights to agencies, which then oversee the photos and distribute licenses to businesses or publications. Copyright legislation is intended to safeguard this framework, ensuring that the original creator, or rights holder, retains authority. Backgrid asserted ownership of the images at hand. Outdoor Voices allegedly utilized these photographs without proper authorization or a license. Photographer Silvio Antonio captured the initial image depicting Alessandra Ambrosio in an Outdoor Voices sweatsuit. This candid snapshot on the streets led to a legal dispute between the parties involved. Backgrid claimed that Outdoor Voices took inspiration from this picture and shared it on their official Instagram on February 5, 2020. The following day, Backgrid became aware of the image being used. They viewed this as more than just a minor error, but rather a clear breach of copyright regulations. However, that was not the end of it. The grievance also brought up 2 additional images, both featuring Harry Styles. These photos, captured in 2018, depicted the musician clad in attire from Outdoor Voices. Backgrid alleged that these images were also shared by the brand without the necessary authorization. The agency contended that the repeated usage of unauthorized pictures demonstrated a blatant disregard for copyright regulations. The lawsuit revolved around the way the pictures were utilized. Backgrid alleged that Outdoor Voices did not share the photos out of casual or personal interest, but instead used them as a marketing tool for their clothing line. By showcasing Alessandra Ambrosio in their sweatsuit and Harry Styles in their attire, Outdoor Voices garnered publicity for their brand without compensating the necessary licensing fees. Backgrid was concerned that this type of utilization could jeopardize the foundation of their business. Their livelihood relies on the sale of images to customers who are prepared to pay for sole ownership. If businesses started using photos without authorization, it could diminish the worth of those images. Paying customers might no longer find it necessary to invest significant amounts if others could obtain the same pictures at no cost. It was not only about one photo, but also about safeguarding the integrity and foundation of their company. The legal case brought attention to the conflict between contemporary advertising techniques and safeguarding artistic ownership. Brands now leverage social media as a potent instrument to reach a wide audience swiftly. A mere post showcasing a well-known individual instantly grabbed the attention of millions, transforming ordinary images into impactful promotional materials. However, for organizations such as Backgrid, this poses fresh challenges. Each unauthorized photo shared could result in financial losses, as well as undermine the rights of the creators and photographers involved in the project. The focus for Alessandra Ambrosio was not on herself, but on the photograph of her. Although she was not directly involved in the legal battle, her image was at the center of the controversy. This highlights how celebrities can easily get caught up in legal issues related to copyright and image rights, even when they are not actively participating. As the case progressed, it taught an important message. Each image holds significance, and there is always an individual behind its creation. Copyright laws are in place not to cause confusion, but to ensure that creators and rights holders receive the respect they deserve. Throughout the disagreement, Backgrid maintained their stance that Outdoor Voices had infringed upon those rights by using photographs without consent. And while the world saw her on the runway, one saw differently. Who is this? Let's dive into it. A glorious return to the runway. In the year 2017, the fashion industry was shocked when Alessandra Ambrosio declared her departure from the Victoria's Secret runway. It seemed like a significant chapter was coming to a close for many. Alessandra had been a beloved angel, recognized for her elegance, beauty, and the way she effortlessly sported those stunning wings. However, after staying away for 7 years, Alessandra made a highly awaited comeback in 2024. The announcement generated enthusiasm among her fans and the fashion world, leaving everyone curious about her preparation for this momentous return. Her reappearance was not unexpected. It followed a period of strict training, commitment, and a rigorous schedule that tested her physical and mental capabilities. Alessandra, at the age of 43, understood the pressure she was under. In order to make a comeback on the Victoria's Secret runway, she aimed to perform at her peak. To achieve this, she reconnected with her coach, Ludi Delfino, who created a challenging regimen specifically for her. Alessandra committed to a rigorous routine for a fortnight, emphasizing both physical activity and healthy eating. Her daily regimen started with a mixture of resistance training and cardio, lasting 1 hour each, followed by additional barre or yoga classes on some evenings. The purpose of these workouts was not only to sculpt her physique, but also to increase her endurance for the demanding rehearsals and performances of the show. Alessandra frequently worked out with a companion to maintain her enthusiasm. The camaraderie spurred her on and added excitement to the routine. However, the training regimen was challenging. Her coach stressed that although the exercises were beneficial, they were also physically demanding. With 6 days of training each week, Alessandra needed to ensure she maintained a balance of energy and recovery. She had specific objectives in mind: losing a couple of pounds, gaining more lean muscle, and above all, boosting confidence and overall health. Cardio was an essential element in reaching these goals. Prior to starting her weightlifting routine, she would first get her heart rate up and prepare her body for the workout by spending 30 minutes on the treadmill or a stair skincare master. Next to physical fitness, diet played an equally crucial role for Alessandra. She adhered to a well-thought-out eating regimen that not only provided her with energy, but also aided in maintaining her slim figure. Her morning meals typically consisted of whole grain bread, eggs, and a serving of seasonal berries. At midday, she opted for a light yet nutritious lunch, featuring lean sources of protein like poultry or seafood, accompanied by leafy greens. In addition, she incorporated complex carbs such as yams, pumpkins, or winter squash into her diet. These foods helped her to feel energized without causing her to feel sluggish. After exercising, she relied on a protein shake containing various ingredients such as whey powder, spirulina, cacao, and berries, occasionally sweetened with a banana. This shake was instrumental in aiding her muscles' recovery and ensuring her satiety. For dinner, she typically indulged in a fresh serving of greens, often in the form of salads enriched with nutritious fats such as olives, avocados, hemp seeds, and nuts. These not only supplied essential nutrients, but also promoted cognitive function and helped maintain her sense of satisfaction. The trainer highlighted the importance of torching body fat while maintaining muscle mass. Finding a delicate equilibrium between strength and stamina was crucial. Specifically, they paid close attention to her legs, abs, and glutes, which are essential for achieving the iconic Victoria's Secret aesthetic. The exercises targeting these specific muscles were quite difficult. Alessandra engaged in movements such as squats, lunges, step-ups, and hip hinges, frequently incorporating ankle weights for added difficulty. She completed each exercise 12 to 15 times on each side, doing 3 sets in total. In order to work on her core strength, she held planks for over a minute, included mountain climbers for the lower abs, and finished off with leg raises and flutter kicks. These various combinations helped her develop muscle strength while also ensuring her heart rate stayed high. The exercises were frequently altered by her trainer to prevent her muscles from becoming accustomed.